This is No Place Left Flight, and Chuck coming to you from India, and we're flying into Delhi, Gandhi International Airport, Victor India Delta Papa, and we're about 22 miles away. So we'll make our preparations to fly in. Let's check our map and see exactly where we're at here. So we've been making our way around the world, and so let's go ahead and set up to fly into this ILS approach right here. Looks like it's 27, and the frequency is 110.5. So let's set that up. Check that. Good. And then I'm going to try to set up this waypoint here at Delta Papa, November 91. Okay, looks like it's going to take that waypoint. So we'll have to just navigate over using the azimuth. So we'll get rid of that. We're about 14 miles out. Let's check our map again. Okay, if we go on a heading of about 130, we're going to connect Delta Papa November 91. So let's do that. Heading of about 135, let's call it. That's close enough. Put it on heading. We'll make our turn. Also want to drop altitude, so let's drop it down to 4,000 feet. And start making our descent. The airport should be over here. There it is. Right out there at our probably 2 o'clock. So we're going to make an ILS approach, so we need to get out to that waypoint. So it's been a lot of fun flying around the world and bringing attention to No Place Left, where we're engaging the lost, sharing the gospel, making disciples, planting churches in the darkest places, multiplying leaders, and all the while abiding deeply in Christ, and doing that until there's no place left. Every man, woman, child on the planet has heard the gospel. So right now we're in India. It's the home of the largest number of unreached people groups in the world. So I'll post a link with that information in the description, the video description below. So, but we're just making our way around the world and flying to these different places. So, been a lot of fun. Been able to connect on Facebook with a lot of folks as they watch me fly. It's kind of interesting. Some of the posts actually think that I'm flying around the world in a real airplane because the graphics are so good on the X-Plane, and I don't even have them tweaked out to the max, so probably need to work on that, but it's doing a great job of putting out some awesome graphics. Okay, we're at altitude. Let's check and see where we're at. Alright, we're going to have to cross the river there. Keep on heading into Delta Papa November 901. There you see the high power lines in the river at our 12 o'clock. Let's take a look outside. See that I've collected a lot of flags. As I land in different countries, I go ahead and paint the decal on my aircraft. Alright, let's check our map again. Alright, we're getting there. Probably turn on the autopilot for approach. Let the GPS know that we're going to follow the radio signal on it. So the autopilot is set up, and as when we hit that checkpoint, that waypoint, it's going to turn us right now. Good. Alright, so ILS has picked it, or we picked up the ILS, and we're turning towards it, and that'll set us up for a great landing. You can fly autopilot all the way into the edge of the runway before you have to take the controls yourself. So let's slow down a bit, and I can see where we're at, about 9 miles out. We'll lower the gear and also give it 5 degrees of flat. Right. So we'll make it turn on in. You can see a couple of different runways run right off the nose. That's not ours. Delhi Airport is massive, and I've been able to pick up free scenery off of xplane.org, and the guy that did it did an awful lot of work. It's a very cool airport, all the scenery and all the time that he put into building it. So looking forward to landing there. Alright, let's check our map and see how we're doing. Alright, very good approach. Coming on in. Should see it off at a distance there. There's downtown Delhi. And the airport's in there somewhere. We'll just fly ILS on in and it'll take care of everything for us. Notice that we're dropping in altitude. It takes care of the glide slope and the heading. And so we're just going to follow that radio signal in. Drop down to about 100 knots. I want to increase the speed a little bit there. Want to land at about 105, 110 knots. But for right now, we're just creeping along. I'll get us up to about 120. Okay, there's our airport. You can see it at our 1 o'clock. We're starting to make that approach. This is one of the smaller runways off to the side. The main 2 runways are off to the left. We don't need all of that. That's for those 747s. And this aircraft has great takeoff speed. Can get you up in the air pretty quickly, and it's also got reverse thrust, so get you on the ground pretty quickly as well. Alright, looking good. So like I said, when we get over the edge of the runway there, we'll turn off the autopilot, fly it in ourselves. Just before we get too busy with the landing procedures, just want to give a shout out to all my friends in India and the great work that they're doing for Jesus Christ there, and a special shout out to Lepak. Okay, here we go.
500.
Looks like none of the scenery has showed up just yet, so I'll probably pause the video, make some adjustments, and then we'll see the airport in all its glory. Alright, we're going way too fast. Alright, gonna be just right for this landing. Well, apparently we're fired. So apparently we weren't just right for the landing. So I wasn't watching the speed. I was talking and not flying. Got up to about 140 knots. Way too fast. But no blood, no foul. We're looking just fine. Those are reverse thrust. Puts props in the opposite direction and blows backwards versus forward. Okay, now we have loaded the airport. Now the key is to make our way over to the parking area and pick up our no place left folks. So we'll send them home. Like I said, this is a huge airport, so hopefully we won't have any trouble finding that's been watching these guys do incredible videos know that I'm a rookie both in flying and making the videos. But you know what? The key is that we're having a good time. And if the guy who works so hard on this airport can leave taxi lights in the middle of the taxiway, then we're all in good company. Nobody's perfect. Alright, except for Jesus. Okay, so we're going to take a right and head off to these Air India. There's about 5 or 6 heavy lifters there, and our parking place should be somewhere behind them. You know, all kidding aside, the guy that designed this airport, I mean, look at it. All of this was built from scratch. You even have the crane there that works. Okay, so cutting across an active runway here. Of course, we would have cleared that with the ATC. Last time I did that during the video, it was pretty embarrassing because I talked about not needing ATC, and as soon as I said that, I almost ran into a 747. So, okay, so here's what we're looking for. The distinguishing marks of our drop-off points or pickup points is always a national flag and a white van. And I got a special treat for you. We'll get to see our friends, our Indian friends that are picking us up. So let's see if you recognize them being from the country of India. There is a way to mark these taxiways and get rid of the lights so they're not running across the taxiway. But like I said, this scenery was free, and the guy did some tremendous work. Look at the crane over there moving. All this is kind of Lego blocks. You can pick up the scenery libraries on the online, and you can build. There's a small program that you build your airports and then just plug them into X-Plane 10. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun if you're creative. Really is a good opportunity to tap into that creativity. And I think we're right off the tail of either that first or second aircraft in the row coming up on the fourth. We'll see kind of an area where smaller aircraft park and lots of utility vehicles, modular office. That's what we're looking for. Check out Air India jumbos. Nice. Okay. Does not look like we can make an immediate turn. We'd have to go across the dirt, and no one would like that if I did that. So we'll take a left up here. Yeah, we're in the right place. It all looks familiar. When I actually added the the van and the Indian flag. So that was my contribution to this beautiful airport. He really did do a good job. Okay, right over here to our left at about our 11 o'clock, there's a modular office and a van. There they are. Alright, I see them. They're waiting on us. There's a red van right underneath the flagpole. Alright, we'll park in this parking place. Check them out. There they are. Our no place left friends from India. Our X-Plane modular office. Alright, there they are. Hey, thanks for flying with me. It's been fun. We're in Delhi, India at the Gandhi International Airport, flying X-Plane 10, and until there's no place left, keep making disciples.